Hi there. So I'm here with Ather Beg, and we're just going to have a bit of a discussion about this year's VMworld because it's non-standard VMworld, isn't it, Ather?
Very non-standard, I think, to say the least.
Yes, virtual VMworld. So I found it a bit interesting to consume the content. I mean, because it seemed like it was just you either had to wait for it to go live or you just grabbed it and that was it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I had mixed feelings about the general session as well. So, I liked the format. It was very slick. You could see the backgrounds. Even people are commenting about that. All very well. So I like that. It was very concise, but because of the nature of how it was done, it could only be high level, right? So you couldn't do a lot of that, and plus, there was an interaction. In a way, that was quite efficient in terms of how it was done. But then I was wondering that maybe a better option when we go back to being live and in the room, maybe it could be a combination of both, i.e., in terms of having that kind of thing for half an hour or 1 hour or something, and then the speakers who were in those the film sessions can then have a Q&A with the live audience sitting there. So I think that could be a good balance. But I think that people who want to live tweet things, didn't have enough depth because of that, and also they couldn't live tweet because it was like one after the other.
Yeah, I found Twitter a little bit less engaging this year, and I think maybe that was either because people, because it's a remote event. I think people were kind of like having to fit it in with their day jobs, or when you go to VMworld physically, you clear your calendar. Apart from the meetings you're having at VMworld, but a lot of people were having to work around this, so I found it less engaging generally.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, even though for a couple of months, when I booked and registered for it, that day I put out of office on my calendar, right? But people know that you're going to be at home, right? Yeah. And as a result, I mean, I kid you not, on the first day, I attended 11 meetings before the general session. I went right from the last meeting into general session. I was mentally knackered. And then obviously all those sessions afterwards. And the second day was okay, but today as well, I was having a customer workshop. So, it was basically just, you don't find time to do that unless you do it after hours. And how much are you going to absorb after a day's work? It just isn't the same, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was geared definitely more towards the North America, kind of like the Americas time zone, because it started at the end of the working day for the EMEA crowd. So it kind of, and when I logged on, I was like, okay, so basically all I've done is I've already built my schedule builder, and I know what I want to see, and that's really it. You just and I think there's a je ne sais quoi. There's something that was missing, and I think it's maybe just because in your mind you're still comparing it to the physical event, whereas you need to just kind of throw that idea out the window and go, okay, they're here to make announcements and to provide you with information, and that's pretty much what you're doing here. So it's more, I took it more as kind of, it felt like an online training going live almost.
It was like that. And, I mean, it's efficient. Like I say, I mean, the presentations are pre-recorded, a lot of them, the on-demand ones, especially. And I had 60 of them lined up to, watch. In practice, I did just 2. So I'm hoping that access will remain after that, and I can go through at least some of them. But, the other thing that I missed a lot was to, just meeting people person to person, in VM Village and all that. And I know that in Discord, there were places like Hang Space and all that. But again, it's not the same, is it?
No, it's not the same. The Discord that was done by the Orbital Jigsaw guys, I really enjoyed that this year. I thought it was good. The opening act stuff was good. I think that there were definitely the VMUG bit. I didn't do the second life for VMUG. I didn't do that. Part of it was just like I see what they were trying to do there, but I just kind of was like, well, it feels like one foot in, 1 foot out, and I just kind of was like, yeah, I can see, but no, that didn't really appeal to me. I would have preferred just to have a massive, even a massive ICQ channel or something like that would have been cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the third thing that we sort of managed to do was, the V breakfast. And
Yeah.
so we have that in Barcelona normally, and we deal with the grumpy waiter as well. We look forward to meeting him every year. But that's just one of the events that, and Runecast normally sponsors that as well. So this time it still happened. So Fred actually arranged for that, and I attended the first day. Didn't go as smoothly, but it was nice, having those virtual tables and meeting people face to face in a small table configuration. But then I said, why not have it the other day as well? And then we had one this morning. So I have suggested, and I think Kev and Wouter and are probably looking at creating a V breakfast for every month. So I said that, everyone is thinking the same thing. Why not do it every month at least, and don't have to wait another year for V breakfast. So that might happen, watch for it.
Yeah, that'll be good. I mean, the whole you just interacting in a large group is something that we're kind of missing at the moment. And I know everyone's zoomed out and they're webinared out, and I think that is where people are. I'm speaking to people about VMworld. I think people are slowly going to be consuming this content. I haven't checked to see whether it's going to be. I imagine they're going to make it available. I can't think it's feasible for them to just go, right, VMworld's over, you can't get it anymore. That would just be insanity, I think, slightly. So,
yeah. I mean,
who knows?
I had some suspicion that, they might reserve it for the Premier Pass ones. But then, given that the learning zone is being made available, VMware wants us to learn about all those things even after post-event. And it's a good reference, all of these slides for what has been released and, the nuances and the detail, the deep dive stuff. I think that, VMware is going to keep it available for all the ones who are registered.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely going to be interesting as well, because obviously you can take learning experiences away from this on how you put a conference online virtually together. And definitely, I've been hearing some inklings. Some people were saying that, well, if you get enough value from an online conference, they may well consider not bringing back even the physical one.
Yeah, it'll be a shame if that happens, because I really, really like, the in-person interaction is completely different, regardless of how hard you try. Now I understand that, the environmental impact and cost impact and all those kind of things. But, if you're doing all of these things in moderation, we can't go from like 100 conferences to, none. Right now, it's obviously necessary that we do that. But as things progress and become better, I think you pick and choose one or two that you really have a good community involvement with, attend those in person, and then the rest you do remotely. It has to be a mix. Hybrid is always good, right?
Yeah, that's it. Hybridize your workspace, hybridize everything.
Yeah, your conferences as well.
Yeah, conferences next. There we go. I mean, they could do something like that. I mean, if we get to a point where they're going to start letting us in rooms together in small numbers again, maybe we can you can segment everyone into like little honeycomb rooms or something.
See, like we should patent these ideas. We should charge royalties for that. Are you doing that? Yeah. I mean, we should.
I don't know. I think the people in the patent office probably working from home too.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, they must not see this. Otherwise, we'll lose the patent on them.
That's all right. I'll make sure I don't hashtag, UK Patent Office when I tweet this out, so it's fine. Yeah. But overall takeaway, I do think that as far as a digital facsimile of VMworld, passable. I think the different groups did really well. Like I said, I do think I had some of the community element, like the Orbital Jigsaw. They did a V beers where everyone just got on their camera and had a beer at the end of the day, and I enjoyed that. But it's still not the same. But it is what it is.
It's one of those things that the alternative would have been no conference at all, right? It's just like F1. We are now thankful that there are a lot of races that we managed to do, even that it was sacrificed. Fans couldn't come in, and now they're slowly trickling in.
Yeah.
But at least we got a championship. In the same way, at least we are having conferences. Otherwise, the alternative would have been none, and that would have been even worse, I think. So no, I'm still grateful that we have them.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll wrap it up. So I'll ask you predictions. Will it be virtual next year? Do you think?
I hope not, but it's possible actually.
Yeah, we're kind of on the fence with it right now. I guess
I think
next
so.
6 months we'll see.
Yeah, it's obviously it depends on what happens. But if possible, I think VMware will bring back the in-person one. That's what I think.
Fingers crossed. Anyway. All right. Okay. Ather, well, thanks very much for giving me your insight on it, and you know, hopefully I'll catch you at the next physical event. Maybe a VMUG. Who knows? New year, hopefully.
Yes. Whatever comes next, I'll aim to be there.
We'll wait and see. All right. Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
All right. Speak to you later. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.